all of you to the June Mason County Federal Minimum Lease Board meeting. First thing we'll do is go ahead and call this meeting to order. First item on the agenda is general public comment. Do we have any general public comment? Hearing none. We will move to the May meeting minutes.
I move for the approval of the May meeting minutes. Go ahead and second, Janet.
We have a motion for approval. Do we have a second?
Seriously, better not second that, I don't even know what.
We're approving the minutes.
Oh,
Did you have a
I
chance to look
didn't
at
know,
the
I
minutes?
didn't have any.
That was the motion to impeach you.
Oh, okay, I'll second it.
I'll second.
Alright, so we have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Staff report, Dusty, we'll turn it over to you.
Yes, another short one. So we posted our meeting minutes on our social media pages, we posted the June agenda and our June meeting details. And I also had to post that our website was down, and when it came back up again, there were several websites that apparently went down with our host, and he quickly had them back up within about an hour or so. So we don't have any media at this time, but I did reach out to Dennis Webb at the Daily Sentinel and talk to them about doing a 10th anniversary topic about the Mineral East District since it was established in June. And he said that between him and Charles Ashby that they would look to do something. So if you get a call from one of them, that's what it's about. It should be anyway.
Good timing, given the federal judge an opinion on mineral leases.
Oh, the oil and gas, I saw that, so I just reading it. Okay. Our invoices for May are for Dusty Reimer, invoice 160 for services and supplies for $2,690.98. Sornan, Donnelly, and Patterson invoice 139139 for services for $2,921.25 for our auditing services so far. And Dufford Waldeck invoice 25823 for services for $940.50. And upcoming events are our July board meeting, which is July 21st, unless there is any other issues that come up with that. Our August board meeting is scheduled for August 18th, and our fall grant cycle will start on August 1st. And we have $350,000 that we're planning for our fall grant cycle. That is it.
Should we hold out? It's too late to hold off on paying the audit invoice until we see if we like it.
You can hold it until the end.
Always
of the
at
meeting if you want.
discretion.
Yes.
Better not.
I've got a conflict with that July 21st, but I mean, we can have meetings with two of us, but
Let me see
I
what
can't be here for that.
Let me see what I've got. Real quick. I don't have any other conflicts on that.
I don't, I'm good. I'm good on the 21st.
How about you guys?
I'm good on the 21st.
Alright, we won't have much of that one to do.
No, because
Let's-
we're doing all the audit stuff kind of today.
Wow, you get off for a month. Alright, yeah, we'll just go ahead and stick with that date then if we don't have a lot to
Okay.
do. If, and we'll let you know if that changes for you and or something.
Yeah, awesome.
But we'll let you know. Okay. Alright. We need motion on the staff report.
I move to approve.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Staff report approved. All right, financials, Christina.
Alright, so on the balance sheet, for our fund balance, we have $833,043.74. Under the permanent fund, $2,135,440.16. For our grants payable, $250,000. Retained earnings, $2,603,416.74. And a net income of $115,067.16. And then for May, we have legal fees of $228, accounting fees of $505.43, contract services $2,666, dues or memberships $24.98, unrealized gain in perm fund of $16,190.70, interest income of 5 cents, and dividend income of $1,320.06 for the net income of $14,086.40.
Dusty, what is what grant is it that's still out there payable?
We have 3.
So we have the city of Fruta, for 50,000, Grand Junction Police Department, 150,000, and Lower Valley Fire Protection District of 50,000.
Lower Valley Fire Protection is the only one that's coming due here this fall. The other 2 had a 2-year term.
Anybody have from them? I'm sure they'll have it in there.
The budget to actual, we are still under the budget for our outside services by $25,354.99, and under the budget for our auditing expenses as of May, and administrative expenses of $2,562.93. And that's it.
There's none of those we're required to accrue, is there? Christine, we're not required to accrue for
No.
auditing or anything like that.
It should show up on the
Just
next
cash.
month financials.
Okay. Anybody have any questions on the financials for Christine? Do you have any additional comments on those financials, Christine? Anything else? Okay. We've decided we don't need to approve the financial report.
No.
So we will just move on. That's a hard one for me. I always think the financial report is one that should be. Okay. Well, gentlemen, you've got the floor. Or
You've got what,
Dave?
copy?
Dave, does everybody know Dave Patterson?
Yes,
We've all met you, I
dealings
think.
with all 3 of you, yes.
Office budget's
I
a
guess I
little
never
small.
audited anything that Craig did. But, I've audited the stuff with you. Janet's been in, so.
On many occasions. Okay, Dave, well, go ahead. We'll let you have
Get
the
over
floor.
here on the accountant's corner here. So we've got a draft report of the financials. And it's our understanding that Guy Bailey is going to do the management and discussion. Okay, so there's a management and discussion analysis goes in the front of these. And then Guy Bailey does that, and then we review that, and then put it in, and then we can file then. Okay. So if you go to the independent auditor's report, it's our report on the audit, and we're giving an opinion on whether this is in accordance with generally accepted accounting principles. And in our opinion, it is. And then on the, when we get the management discussion put in there, then we'll also have a, we're not giving assurance on it, but we do give our level of what we're saying about the management discussion. Okay, on the next page. So if you go to the statement of net position, so this statement just has your assets and you don't have any liabilities, so there's, and your net position, okay? Next page is a statement of activities. And so this has all of your expenses that you had for the year, and then this could give your general revenues, which was the federal mineral release distribution that they gave you, interest and dividends, investment gain or loss. So you're positive 411. The next page is the balance sheet just for the general fund. Again, it's listing all the cash and investments. And your fund balance is broken down between what's been committed, which was to the permanent fund, and the second line is the funds granted, not yet payable. So you, in your budget, you allocated those amounts, but they haven't applied for those amounts yet, an amount of $338,000. Again, this is at 12/31/20. Next page is a statement of activities for the general fund. We're actually, and it also compares your budget amounts to the actual amounts. And you have the notes to the financial statements, which also discuss the body of the numbers in the financials. So I did have a couple questions. Again, we'll go over the other reports in a little bit. So you set up a permanent fund, and you have permanent fund assets, but in prior auditors, there was no permanent fund in the financial statements. Do you remember discussing that with them, or?
Not from when I've been on the board. Seems like they would
Doesn't seem
look at
right
it.
to me.
Doesn't seem
Yeah,
right that
it
they
doesn't,
wouldn't look at it.
it's such a huge amount of the district's total assets, it seems unlikely that it wouldn't have been accounted for in our audit.
Well, again, it's formatting, so it's accounted for. Okay?
Yeah.
And so it's formatting, whether you're putting in a separate permanent fund in the financial statements, because right now it's just on one big general fund.
Yeah.
So there is a commitment in your fund balance for that amount also. So just the question is, should there be a permanent fund in the financials?
Yes.
Yeah, it should be.
I was gonna talk to Christine, and she said she could ask someone at Bailey, just to have a quick look at it and see if they concur with that. If not, we'll leave it as committed.
Did they just go restricted versus unrestricted or something?
Well, that's what the committed is.
Committed.
It's like a restriction.
Committed
Okay.
only, not, it's committed to the long term.
So that's about it on the financial statements. So if you guys wanna read through those before we get the management or the management discussion letter from Mike Bailey, you can just give us the okay on it. So we have a governance letter in here, and this, if there was anything outstanding in the audit that we wanted to go over with you, would be in that governance letter, and there's nothing of note.
That's good.
We do have a management letter too, and there's just one item on it, and so, and the one item is about us writing the report, okay? And then someone in your organization having enough gap knowledge to concur with that report. And so we're saying that, that nobody has that kind of knowledge within your organization. So we put that in there. To us, it's kind of innocuous, and it's we get beat up on it a lot of times in our peer review when we get audited. So we put it in there, but if you want to read through that, and even though you've got other CPA avenues, there's no one in the organization that would have the gap knowledge to read the report.
Where is that you're referring to, what page?
That's the communication with internal control,
What's the page?
second page.
So, make sure I understand this, Dave. So, what you're identifying is that Christine is not a CPA? Is that what you're saying with this?
Well, is she reviewing financial statements?
She's preparing